the exponent superheroes. They are P-Man and DSN. I tried to do Superman, but he cost too much, so he sent his cousin P-Man, and this is his sidekick DSN. Okay. Multiply the exponents. They can add the exponents. They can subtract the exponents, or do nothing to the exponents. I want you to pay close attention to the word exponents. Number 1. The entire class has been kidnapped, and they pushed whoever they are, could be robbers, could be the kidnappers, pushed us all off a cliff. You know, this is a pretty dangerous situation, because I'm not trying to die, and I know you're not trying to die. And if we all get pushed off at the same time, we're going to need some power. So who do we call on? Well, we have two. We have P-Man, Superman's cousin, and then DSN sidekick. So we call on P-Man because we need some power.
P-Man.
And then P-Man says to himself, let the power within me multiply the exponents. Let the power within me multiply the exponents.
P-Man.
So I realize that I am given a situation that needs some power. I will multiply the exponents. So now we're going to look at power of a power. We need some power here because these look dangerous. And according to P-Man, when you have a power of a power, you're going to multiply the exponents. Okay? 3 and 2 is an exponent. Multiply. 5 and 2 are exponents, so that's all we're going to multiply. Do not know how to do 2 times 4 and go 8. 4 is not an exponent. 4 is what we call a base. 5 is the exponent. I left my cell phone in my last period class. And for some of us, that's pretty bad because we know we'll get killed by our parents or our guardians if we lose that phone. So it's not as dangerous as us all falling off the cliff and being kidnapped, but we gotta get this phone. So we call on P-Man. And P-Man says, I see multiplication. I see multiplication. I see multiplication. And even though we don't see multiplication here, P-Man sees it. Because there's nothing between it, that means they're being multiplied. So it is there. It is there. He says, I see multiplication. He even sees it here. It's in between. It's in between. In between. So I see multiplication. Add the exponents.
P-Man.
I see multiplication. So add the exponents. This is what we call the product of powers. And so these are powers, and we're taking the product of them. To do that, add the exponents. So even though this is here, and that's what we see, that's not what you do. We add. This is not an exponent, so we don't add it. We add the exponents. Okay? Now this one's a little different. We cannot add all of these. We add all the ones that have the same base. So we're going to add this one and that one. 5 plus 6 is 11. The y doesn't have another y, so it just remains y squared.
P-Man.
Okay. I didn't study for my test at all, and I've had 6 weeks to learn the material. I guess we're going to call on P-Man again.
P-Man.
Okay, and P-Man is going to say, But this situation is not that dangerous. It looks like we kind of got ourselves in this situation, but P-Man may be able to help us. So, what does P-Man say? P-Man says, I see addition. So do nothing to the exponents. I see addition. So do nothing to the exponents. And I know some of you guys are looking at P-Man like, oh man, you didn't help me. But that's the way it works. When you see addition, you do nothing. So, to the exponents. Don't forget the part. To the exponents, you're doing nothing. So, this has an exponent of 4. This has an exponent of 4. But I see addition. So, the exponents don't change at all. So, this doesn't become 8. It doesn't become 16. Now, this is the lesson that we're going to do after this lesson, but I'll go ahead and show you how to do this one. Because they are both x to the 4th, when you add x to the 4th, which is 2 of them, and then x to the 4th with 3 of them, you're going to get 5x to the 4th. If you want to see this problem expanded, let me write it out. That's 2. That's 1x to the 4th, plus another x 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 to the 4th. And how many x to the 4ths do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how you get that answer. Again, P-Man says when you see addition, do nothing to the exponents. So this is not going to become 4. It's not going to become 2 times 4, 2 plus 2, which is 4. We're going to look to see if they have the same base, y, and same exponent 2. And they do. So this is 6y squares. And we're adding them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to add on 5 more y squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do we have in all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's the answer. 11 y squares. I'm so hungry, but all 4 of us have to eat from this one large pizza. Okay, P-Man is saying, you know what, this is not that dangerous, so let me call on a sidekick. So we're going to call on DSN.
DSN!
And what does DSN say? This is his sidekick, remember.